Hey, we are back, and this time I was supposed to say Bender was with me, but Bender is not with me because Bender couldn't make this last week. So I had to call an audible. I reached to the bullpen, and I grabbed the original John. So if you listen to the podcast, and that's the Pop Culture Bombcast, you would know, well, I guess if you're a new listener, you wouldn't know, but this is the John before there was an actual John. But that said...
Does that mean I'm not the actual John?
Yeah, not anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that said, this is the second of our YouTube channel. I called it a beer review originally, but we're going to do whiskey clearly today. And pronounce that for me real quick.
Pinckney.
Yeah, that's not it, but we'll get to it later. So like I said, we're going to do whiskey and beer today. Also, by the way, my other host, the Silver Badger, couldn't be here today. Instead, I brought the silver hair sexy assistant to pour beer for us because he just couldn't be here as an on-air talent. Instead, he's just going to be the Vanna White of the episode. So that said, we're going to jump right in. Once again, the beer this month is given to us by the Beer Sauce Shop on 318 Mid Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters, Missouri. Follow them on the Beer Sauce Shop everywhere. They do have a second location in the works, so go check them out. Support that. It'll be great. I even brought it up on the podcast last 2 times. In 8 months, 1,300 beer SKUs. That's 1,300 beers that they've had through there. Yeah. If you were an alcoholic, you'd be dead. Dead air. No joke did not fly. But the first beer we're doing today, being poured by our silver hair sexy assistant. That's I don't know if did it even make it. Is your arms even long enough to get on camera? This would be from Ballast Point. This is Victory at Sea, which is a very, very popular series from Ballast Point. So, if you don't know, Ballast Point is located in sunny San Diego, California.
Excellent place to be.
Yeah, they got a couple of beer tasting rooms there.
Just in case you want to know, the best tasting room to go is actually their homebrew store because they have a lot of experimental beers on tap there.
You told me that before I went, and I too went there.
Did you go there?
I did go there. So, notable beers, by the way, founded by Jack White, not the Jack White you're thinking of, but notable beers from them are Sculpin variants,
Pineapple,
Fathom IPA, and way more to count. In fact, they have variations of this Victory at Sea that we're about to taste. But the Victory at Sea is an imperial porter with coffee and vanilla. Mm-hmm. It's 10% ABV, 60 IBUs, described on their website as bold, smooth porter with just the right amount of sweetness, which is kind of the way I think about you. Coffee bean is from San Diego, a place called Cafe Calabria.
Have you had their coffee?
I've not.
I had their coffee. Really good coffee.
So you've had the coffee from there?
I've had the coffee from there.
You probably should have let in with that.
I just remembered when you read it.
Okay. Subtle roasted notes, minimal acidity.
Minimal acidity as well.
Sweet caramel undertones from the malt, and now we're going to just taste it and try it. Did you pour yourself one?
I didn't know I was allowed to.
That's why I brought 3 glasses out.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
I didn't say talk. I said just pour it.
Jeez.
So let's give it a try and see what we think. Hey, cheers. Salutes. What is it? Slancha? Slancha. Yeah, that thing. I don't even like that. I don't know why I did it.
I just did it because I thought it was a thing that you did.
I've had this beer before, Cards on the Table.
Me too.
I love this beer.
This is out of a 6-pack, right? 1 through 6?
Yeah. We rate everything by 6-pack. Listen, I will call in an audible and bring Silver Badger back in here if you don't know what you're doing. So what do you? So you're giving it a long nose there. Are you gonna make out with it before you start having sex with it, or are you just
the coffee and the vanilla smell? It's good. I've tasted it.
So give it a taste, real quick.
I didn't chug it.
Well,
I mean, I don't like
we can't all be men. There's no more in there. And by the way, we've been drinking already. So, what do you think?
I like it. It's good.
On a 6 point.
Out of the 6-pack, I'm gonna give it a. You've seen my Untapped ratings, and I'm terrible at this. So, I would say a 3.
Ooh, a 3 out of 6.
But that is nothing against this beer.
I feel like it's an insult to the good Jack White and the good people at Ballast Point.
Let me rechange everything. Let me change everything up. I will give it a 5 because that's about where an Untapped would be.
5.
You went from a 3 to a 5.
I did.
That's a jump.
Well,
you went from a
let me tell you,
to a 3/4 or 5/8.
My untapped ratings are very. A buddy of ours actually calls me out on it a lot because my untapped ratings are 5. The only 5s I have are beers that I will go out of my way to get.
I remember you giving me shit because I'm too harsh on Untapped.
That is not correct.
Really?
I think you're way too lax.
Whoa.
4s are beers I will buy. I will order if I see on tap. And 3s are good beers.
I think you're just regurgitating
that
my
would be
spiel.
a 3 out of 5, and so we'll move it to a
Well, I tell you
5
what.
out of 6.
I give this a solid 4.5 out of 6. This is a very, very good beer. It's great on tap. It's even better on tap than in bottle.
It's amazing on tap. The smoothness really with the vanilla comes through a lot more.
That's just
when you're
it.
on tap.
It's the perfect amount of coffee and vanilla in a beer. It's a good balance of both. It's not, neither one overtakes the other. It's a solid beer, and I enjoy it.
I get it. I like it a lot.
All right. Well, you liked it from a 3 to a 5, so something must have changed. Jellyfish spine over here. You just don't know. It's just
I renegotiate.
Captain Moldable. You don't know. That said, yeah. You know what? I've given him enough shit. But let me ask our Vanna White over here. Vanna?
Oh, I'm allowed to speak now?
Yeah. Just this once.
Nice. I give it a 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. So you got a 4.5, a 4, and a 5. What's that round out to?
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 all day.
Good math.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
I think you just went in between. All right, so that said, go try it. Go try it. And Ballast Point is literally one of the better breweries in the country in terms of putting out quality across the board. So you can't go wrong. Sculpin and Victory at Sea, I think, are their 2 best lines because they're the 2 most variated lines they have. They'll add a lot of fruits to their Sculpin.
What's your favorite Sculpin variant?
I like the pineapple a lot. Yeah.
I said pineapple earlier, but I think grapefruit is probably my favorite.
Oh, I take it back. The grapefruit. Kyle Dent at Shamrocks off of Cape Springs and Veteran Memorial, he gave me the pineapple one day, and I was the grapefruit, and I was pleasantly surprised off of that.
I really like the grapefruit. If I were to go out of my way, it would be grapefruit.
Okay, that said, next up is whiskey. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been in the whiskey. I've dipped my toe in a little bit. My wife can attest. The flop will attest. I've dove into it really strong in the last 6 months. He's one of the reasons why. Him and our buddy Hal Powell and our buddy AC. But that said, I still don't know my shit completely with whiskey. So I've had another double while ago. So this is probably going to be interesting. So
it's completely unique to everyone too.
Yeah.
Rating whiskey is.
It's a lot like my friends. They're very unique in the case basis.
Thank you.
That's not not a compliment.
Everyone's taste buds are a little different, I think, with whiskey. So every single whiskey, everybody's going to taste each single whiskey differently.
Whiskey's the manly version of wine, not to be sexist, but men are attracted to it by the bottle, and then when they get the taste, they think they all experience a different emotion when drinking it.
I'm attracted to everything after a bottle.
Well, you're a bit of a whore. That said, this is Pinckney. How did I say it again?
Yeah.
Pinckney Blend. Pinckney Bend. I apologize to the good people of New Haven, Missouri. I just didn't know how to pronounce it. That said, it is from a Missouri. It is a Missouri local beer. New Haven, 1101 Miller Street. You can go to their website, P-I-C-K.
N-E-Y.
Yeah, P-I-N-C-K.
No, P-I-C-K.
Yeah, that's right here. Yeah.
Okay.
N-E-Y Bend.com. Founded by friends Jerry, Tom, and Ralph, named for the navigation hazard that was well known to the Missouri River boatmen, that was located near mile marker 83 above St. Louis in the site of town that no longer even exists. So there's a little bit of history, but it's made with American-grown grain and Missouri corn. Aged 1 year in good old McGinnis white oak barrels, which, by the way, are the absolute top for white oak barrels and whiskey barrels in the entire world. Everyone uses them.
So, part of the town is no longer there.
Okay.
Did it get wiped out?
The hell if I know. I didn't read that far.
Okay.
Double gold in San Francisco International Wine and Spirit Festival, and a silver in London. What do you think's worth more, gold in San Francisco or silver in London?
I think silver in London.
All right. So we're gonna need it poured. Oh God, if we had someone to do that for us. Yeah, I think he's flipping the camera off or us. I don't.
Can't it be both?
Probably both.
It can be both.
Are we talking about what's going on right now, or are we just talking?
No, we're just talking about this. We're gonna do the
beer and this
podcast.
whiskey.
That's popculturebombcast.com. PCBombcast.com.
It's a good website.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
In progress.
It's a work in progress.
Well, if I had some direction.
So we're gonna give this. He's an asshole. Cheers. You gonna try it?
Slanche.
No. Here we go. What do you get off of that one?
That's a lot of maple.
Yeah, I do get a lot of maple. The first time I had it, you could clearly see that this bottle was at one time brand new recently, and it was supposed to wait until I got here and opened it, but something happened. Half of it disappeared. This must be the first time I've had it sober, because I taste a completely different profile than I had before.
That's a lot of maple.
A little bit of maple. The corn's pretty prevalent on the back end. They describe it as a sweet corn, light coffee taste. Starts sweet with a mild tongue heat, which is the maple you're talking about, and finishes with a long, rewarding, spicy oak flavor. And I get that.
Do you get a lot of the oak? I'm not getting a ton of the oak.
I get the spicy more than anything at the end.
The maple is so good and so prevalent. I think I don't get a lot of that oak.
Like I told John going into it, you were going to get an earthy taste from it, a lot like there's some Irish style whiskeys. But I don't. This time around, I really get all that maple.
And you smell maple, too.
So,
Now that I taste
that
it.
said, 6-point scale, man. First 6-point scale we've ever used for whiskey.
I'm going to go 4.
You know what?
I like it. It's a good whiskey.
I'm going to match your 4, and I'm going to say that so that's the first rating I've ever gave to a whiskey. And it's a lot better this time around than the first time I had it. So that means sober, it's a better whiskey. You start with this. You end with like the Makers or something. No offense to Makers. Makers is good. Yeah. No offense to you guys. So yeah. So any other notes about the whiskey?
I got a little vanilla too. You taste a little vanilla?
Nope. But that's okay. You've been wrong in the past. So that said, any other things before we do sign off on this episode?
I have nothing.
You have nothing. You were. I gotta tell you what. You were a fountain of entertainment this episode.
I
So be sure to follow us on YouTube, PCBombcast, across all formats, and for God's sakes, comment on the damn thing because it'll only. And we don't mind if you criticize us, but just do it, okay? So that's all I got. No more. Just say goodbye, John.
Bye.
All right, we're done. So that's the end of the episode. The credits are rolling. PCBombcast. You should see it about right here. No, wait.
Down lower.
Right here. Thank you,
There?
sweetheart.
Right there?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, I didn't even have to change the say goodbye, John part because you're both Johns.
John.
Dorms.